Whew. Okay. Nice job. Give me some high fives. Okay, that warm up wiped me out. Felt kind of tired when I woke up this morning. I was telling Amy I woke up at my normal time and decided to take a nap because I fell asleep twice reading the book I was reading. So it's probably sort of affecting the workout a little bit for me. And it happens to everybody. So if you ever feel like that, like, oh, this feels really hard today. It didn't feel this hard last time. Like, what's going on? There's so many factors that go into it. How did you sleep? Stress levels. How hydrated are you? What did you eat yesterday? Are you recovered? I know yesterday I was kind of feeling like tired, like I really needed a recovery day. So there's just so many things that go into it. So it's really important to listen to your body, push your edges to get that good workout, but just always be mindful that today's edges for your body might be totally different than yesterday or tomorrow or last week or next week. Okay, there's my PSA. Let's get started. Like I said, I'm going to do this with the resistance bands. And then I might grab some dumbbells, especially on the curtsy lunges where the resistance bands, there's really no way to use them to add resistance. Okay, so grab your chair set up or your bench. We're going to start with those low squat holds with the overhead hold. Let's see, I get to change up my bands. I'm going to start with it pretty light because, like I just said, I'm just kind of feeling like drained today, but I might adjust the second and third round. We're going to do 3 rounds of this circuit. If you're feeling like on fire, tons of energy, tons of time, for sure go ahead and just rewind the video and do a 4th set. But I really don't want anyone doing more than 4 because it really should be hard, intense work and then really intense recovery period. If you feel like you can do more than 4, then you need to make it harder. You have to either like go slower, add more weights, add a higher resistance band, something like that. Okay, so to get started with the bands, I'm going to step on 1 because I'm 5'10", so they don't stretch quite that far for me to step on 2. I'm going to sit down, get my hands straight overhead, and then from here, get that squat position, nice wide squat position, just a little bit wider than hip width, toes turned out, those arms up, and then we'll just go from here. Good, really reaching down and back with those hips, pressing the edges on that mobility, keeping your core tight, chest up. Good, I'm gonna go for 8. Okay, so we'll get 2 more. Yes, nice work. So with the reps, again, do what's challenging for you. I would love to see everybody in like the 8 to 10 rep range, but do what's challenging for you. If you have weights such that like doing just 4 of them is super challenging, cool, do that. If it's like 8 is super easy, do more reps, but try to also adjust with your weight so that maybe your body weight you can do like 8 to 10, then that's perfect. Stay right there. So I'm gonna do like 8 or 10. So I'm not gonna specifically say like how many reps to do for each exercise, but for each one, just know once you're kind of in that 8 to 10 rep range, depending how you're feeling, your level of fitness and strength and everything, and then just how you're feeling today. Okay, let's get that Bulgarian split squat. So the band's right under your foot. Weights are up at your shoulders. The handles are up at your shoulders. Kind of elbows out to hold those weights back. And once you get set up that way, get your balance. Left foot goes back. And here we go. We'll lower slowly down and up. Good. Slow going down and then spring up. Yes. 2 more. 1. Good. Whew. Yes. Beautiful work, ladies. Shake your body out a little bit. Take 1 or 2 deep cleansing breaths. And we'll switch it around. So get that left foot anchor down. Band under the arch of your foot. Handles up your shoulders. And get that left foot back, or right foot back. All right, and here we go. Same thing on this side. Two more. Those are always hard. Yes. Nice job. Give me a high five. Whew. Great work. Okay. RDLs are next. So if you have bands, I really recommend increasing the resistance. I'm going to add another one. And then I'm going to hold them up a little bit closer as well, because they're kind of long for this. Okay, so get that wide squat stance. You can also kind of put more of the bands between your feet, and that will also, rather than holding the handles, sort of step on more of the bands to make the handle part shorter, if that makes sense. So if you're here, then I have like lots of handles, but if my feet are out wider, makes them shorter. So that's gonna make it a little harder as well. Okay, so RDL. So start by engaging the glutes, engaging the hamstrings. Keep them engaged the whole time, and up and squeeze. Good. So I'm actually going to change the grip here. I'm not even feeling anything because my arms are so long. There we go. That's always another option. Just hold the bands down a little bit further. No matter what, it's always our own responsibility to get the work, to make it as hard as we can, to modify how it works for us. Good. I'm going to get 2 more. Yes. Okay. Beautiful work. Let's switch over to single legs. So if you're keeping the same weight, it should be significantly more challenging. Those RDLs are almost a little breather between the Bulgarian split squats and the single legs. Get your balance. Either hold the weight or get the band set up under your foot. Stand up real tall, tight core, press to a standing big leg. And from here, we're going to shift forward and up. 4 more. Whew. Oh, yes. Whew. Nice work. Shake that leg out. And we'll switch legs. So get set up on that left side. Band under your arches or weights, just balance. Press to a standing big toe. Core tight. And when you have your balance, hinge forward and back up. Good. Just tap that right toe down. Reestablish your balance. Good. 2 more. Whew. Oh, yes. Nice work. It's really good, Amy. Okay, grab some water quick. Got 3 more exercises in the circuit. So with 3 more exercises, and then we'll take a minute break. And then I'm actually going to go through the circuit one more time. It's because of time. But if you want to go through it 3 times or 4, you can just, you got the exercises, you can rewind the video. Okay, so we're going to grab these bands or your weights. Thrusters are next. So for me, I'm going to stand on 1 foot. Got those weights up at my shoulders. I'm going to adjust and take 1 off. Okay, so I'll sit up, weights at your shoulders. We're going to start by squatting down, press those hips down and back, up and press. Everything squeezed together at the top. Good. Slow, coming back down. Explode up. Good. Yes. Okay, we'll get about 4 more. 3. Nice. Last one. Yes. Beautiful. Whew. Great work. All right, drop, if you have dumbbells, drop 1 of those dumbbells and we'll hold the other one straight up overhead. If you have bands, you can either just hold the band tight to have some sort of pressure against your arms, or just hold your hands up overhead. Keep that gaze up, little arch in your back. Make sure you watch out behind you. And we'll get right into these overhead hold curtsy lunges. Moving nice and slow, really controlled, and working on that balance as well as strength. Gotta get 1 more on each side. Ooh. Yes, beautiful work. Set that weight down. Take a couple cleansing breaths and get finished with these jump squats. Again, taking whatever variation, whatever modification works for you, your body right now. And always starting and landing with those bent knees to protect your joints. All right, here we go. 3, 4, and 5. Whew. Beautiful. All right, great work. Give me high fives. Okay, we're gonna take a full 2 minutes between the circuit. The idea is that we're hard during the circuit and then give our muscles really adequate time to recover and let our heart rate come down so that we're fully recovered to start the second circuit. I also had 2 glasses of wine last night, which could be affecting how I'm feeling. Just full disclosure. I mean, everything really goes into it, and the alcohol really can just kind of does not help with recovery, that's for sure. It helps with having fun and enjoying popcorn and a movie, though. We watched The Christmas Chronicles. Have you seen that?
Probably. I don't think I've watched it this year, but it sounds familiar.
It came out last year, I think, with Kurt Russell playing Santa Claus.
Okay.
And now they're advertising Christmas Chronicles 2. So we watched it with my family. So my mom and dad watched it, my brother and his wife, and we basically, my brother and Fred and I had like a very kind of snarky group chat going because it's like one of those super cheesy holiday movies. It was good, you know, but it was just like it was cute. It was cute. They saved Christmas, so as can be expected. Get some water here. Okay, we'll start in about another minute and a half. So it's a good time to decide if you need to make any adjustments to your weights, to your reps, the bands that you're using, whatever. Okay, so I'm going a little heavier with the bands, just a little bit. I'm sticking with what I had at the end of the last round, which is the blue one, 20 pounds. So, you know, not super heavy, but just increasing that resistance just a little bit. All right, we're going to start with the overhead hold, squat, hold. All right, if you are using the bands, go ahead and switch your foot. So you're just always making sure we're getting a balanced workout. The foot that's holding it down. If you're tall like me and using just one. And then let's start sitting if you have the bands, because we'll get those, get that band anchor down under your foot so it doesn't snap out. Palms up, and we'll just press, arms up, good. And then from here, get that nice wide squat stance. Lean forward just a little and stand up. Good. As you go down, press that hips down and back. Feel for that bench or that chair. Don't take your weight off at all until you find it. And then once you're done, we're going to pause and back up. Down and pause and spring up. So see if you can get that ratio. Slow, slow, slow. Pause and spring up. Good. Get 4 more. Last one. Yes. Whew. So good. All right, great work. So I'm switching over to the bench, but we're just going to switch over to Bulgarian split squats. So using your bench, your chair, whatever you have, anchor down through that right foot first. Right, using the bands. Bands are going to go up at your shoulders. Elbows hooking them back. Get your balance, get your breathing right. And then slowly lower and up. 2 more. Yes. Whew. Take a couple deep cleansing breaths. When you finish, and then as soon as you're able to, we'll switch over to that left leg. Anchor down through the right foot. Get your band situated right under that arch. Hands up at your shoulders. Okay, if you have the band, hook those elbows back, so lock it in so it doesn't go anywhere. Get your balance, and here we go. Yes. Whew. Whew, nice work. All right. Switch your weights if you want to here for Romanian deadlifts. Maybe modify your resistance bands. I'm going a little heavier, so I'm adding the next heavier band, 30. Adjusting my grip down low to make it a little harder. All right, and from here, get set up with a nice wide squat stance, standing up tall to start. Engage those glutes, feel your hamstrings working. Then press those hips back, 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 up and through, and squeeze. Good. Yes. Good. All right, relax. Some people, more treating clients in the gym have told me that these hurt their lower back a little bit. Generally, when people say that, it's because your lower back is working, and most people's lower back is pretty weak. And so if you think about this exercise, your legs are doing the active work, your low back is stabilizing everything from here on up. So it's really working hard. So it's important to make sure you have a flat back, a little bit of an arch in your back, chest out, shoulders back, not doing it kind of with a curved back, so you might injure it. But if you have this flat back, a little arch, and you feel it, it's probably just because it's working and that muscle's not super used to doing a lot of work. So a really good thing to strengthen. I don't know how many old people talk about lower back pain, or when I talk about it, I feel like an old person. So no matter what, we want to avoid that. All right, let's get on the single leg, get balance on the right leg, anchoring down. Come on, forward and up. So with the lower back pain, strengthening that lower back is one part of the equation. Another part of the equation is doing the right stretches, which don't necessarily look like back stretches. They often look like you're stretching your legs, but so many of those muscles are connected that will really help it. 2 more here. And a third part of the equation, I'm not claiming this is the entire equation, but a third part is just standing up more, because a lot of times people get lower back pain from sitting too much, which shortens up your hip flexors and then puts corresponding pressure on your lower back. So making sure if you're sitting down to work that you're standing up a lot, stretch and take breaks, or try to stand up more while you're working. That'll help as well. All right, second side. one. Whew. Yes. Whew. Beautiful work. Shake those legs out. Thrusters are next. So I'm going to adjust my bands. I'm just going to do one, but I am increasing the weight from last round. So now I'm leaving on the heavier band, which is 30 pounds. Taking off the 20. All right, let's get set up for that. So if you're using the bands, standing on 1 foot or 2 foot with the band. If you have dumbbells, just get them set up right at your shoulders, palms out. We'll start by pressing those hips down and back, and then explode up. Press everything, squeezing everything up and towards the midline. Up and squeeze. Good. Slow. Up and explode. Good. Good. 7. Here's 8. Yes, 2 more. 9. So good. And 10. Yes. Whew. Good work. All right, if you have dumbbells, drop down to 1 probably. Hold the wide ends of it side to side. If you're doing resistance bands, grab 1 band so you can apply pressure against the band. Get into these curtsy lunges. Next, make sure you check the space behind you. No tripping hazards. Nothing to roll your ankle on. All right. Curtsy lunges. Here we go. Behind, across, and down. Good. I'm gonna get 1 more on each side. Yes. Whew. All right, take a couple of breaths. Shake those shoulders out. All right, we'll finish off with 1 round of jump squats. So get ready. As always, take your variation, whatever's working for you. And here we go. 5. Whew. Okay, nice work. Give me some high fives. Grab some water. Thank you. Grab some water. Towel off. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna actually end that right here just because of time. So if you want to do 1 or 2 more rounds, if you did this with me, like that is a complete workout. That is fine. That is more than enough work. But if you're feeling like high energy, lots of time, and you want to do another 1 or 2 rounds max, go right ahead. I'm just going to stretch out a little bit and then get on with my Monday. Okay.
Thanks, Amy.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for joining, Amy. Are you gonna do another round or just stretch out?
1 more.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I wish I could, but I actually don't have time. So next week I'll start this a little earlier.
All right.
Thanks, Amy. I'm gonna keep recording for anyone who's ready to stretch out. But if you're watching on the replay and you want to do another round or 2, I would say ideally a warm-up round and then 3 solid ones, so 4 total. But as you can see, like you just need to make it work for you. Like for me, time's up. I have to, something else that I have to get going on. And so you can always do what you can do, right? It's way better to do a good, hard 10 minutes even than nothing. 10, 20, 30 minutes. I mean, we've just done like about 45 and I'm going to stretch out a little bit. That is plenty of hard work. But if you feel like, hey, it's my day, I'm feeling great, I'm jamming, I like had a really good recovery day yesterday, I have the time, definitely go ahead, do another round, just rewind it and then come stretch with me, or do 2 if you're really feeling like a champ today. Always listening to your body, always modifying for what you need, always customizing so that it works for you and your life. Okay, if you're ready to stretch out, let's come to line on our backs. Oh, yes, best part of the workout. We'll get those legs out and get a full body stretch. Legs out, arms out. Good. All right, we'll take that right leg up, gently pull behind the knees. With these stretches, always make sure you're breathing super intentionally, like deep yogi breathing, right? Big inhales. Hold it for a beat and then open mouth exhale, like you're breathing through like a big smoothie straw or like a bubble tea straw. Really working to control our central nervous system and bring that stress level down, bring that cortisol down, and also bringing our heart rate down, and then just getting that like meditative benefit of the deep breathing and focusing on the breathing, controlling our thoughts, controlling our breath, so that when things come up in real life, let's take this leg out to your armpit. You know, when things come up in real life, you have that foundation of being able to control your thoughts, being able to use your breath to calm your body, being able to use your breath to direct your central nervous system to calm down, that everything's okay, that we're not panicked, right? Because when we're under stress, when we're panicked, when we're chaotic, it's not when we do our best work. It's not when we make our best decisions. It's not when we have the creative juices flowing. It's when we're calm, relaxed, happy. And the more that you can practice controlling your breath and controlling your thoughts, the better you'll be when you do that in real life. All right, let's bring this leg down for twist. Take the head across the opposite shoulder. Of course, the other benefit for the breathing, right, is that it will help us stretch more because it's cueing the central nervous system to relax into these poses, to allow the stretch, to allow that fascia to open, be pliable, to move the way we want it to move now that it's nice and warmed up. Good, one more breath here. Roll over all the way onto your left side and grab that ankle behind you, press that knee towards the bottom knee, hip forward, and then we'll kick into that hand like a whole human bow and arrow. And then let your upper back curve around as well. Should feel this in both your quad and your hip flexor. Yes. So good. One more breath. Okay, release that and you shake it out. And we'll slide back onto our backs, do pine pigeon. Slide that left leg up right under your right ankle. And here you can just use the weight of your left leg to get that stretch. That's plenty for me today, but depending on your flexibility or your mobility or just how much you want to put into the stretch, you can also press it a little bit by wrapping your hands around your left knee, pulling them in, and then taking your right elbow and pressing against that right knee to kind of pull in and press out at the same time. And if you're doing that, make sure you smile and breathe, even as you explore the edges here. One more breath. Good. Unwind those feet and drop both heels to the mat. And let's do this. Keep your knees up. Take the heels of your hand and press right into that crease where your hip bones connect with your legs. Press straight forward towards your feet, right? You're going to feel this in your lower back. Kind of a crazy stretch, release. Especially if you have tight lower back or any kind of lower back pain. If you sit all day from work, this might feel really good. Take one more breath here. Just release those hands and we'll reverse the leg. So now the right leg's going to go out, left leg up, and gently pull that in. Relax and breathe. If you have your bands nearby, you could use your bands for this as well. You could either hook the handle right through and kind of pull like that. If you have really nice to kind of get a little deeper into it. You could also just loop that band around your foot and pull that way. Anything that's similar to like a strap would work. Sometimes you might do this with the yoga strap if you can't quite reach. Just be mindful if you're getting into this stretch, you don't push it too far, right? Just exploring, pushing those edges, not anywhere that's close to painful. You might also, if you have this strap, you could take it out to the side. This feels really good. Kind of get into that groin. I'm actually going to circle back. I'll do this on the other side at the end. Gotta bring it back up. All right, now release that strap. We'll get the outside of the knee, inside of the shin. Pull that in. Use your upper body strength to really pull. Good. Release it. Go all the way across for a twist. Good. Open those arms out like a T. You can back over your back shoulder. Good. Put a little smile on the corners of your mouth. And we'll get one more big breath here. Good. Roll back onto, actually roll all the way over onto your side. Right side, we'll get that quad stretch. So on your side, grab that ankle. Right side, working the left ankle. All right, we'll press those knees together, hip forward, and then kick into that hand, releasing the whole upper back. Good. Good. Release that, and now come back onto your back, hips neutral. Bring that right knee up right under that left ankle. Good. From here, you could just use the weight of that right leg pressing down. If you want more, you can always reach around and through your knee to pull in, and then use that left elbow to press out against that left knee. Take one more breath here. Good. Unwind those legs. Drop the heels to the ground. Windshield wiper knees back and forth a couple times. Beautiful. Okay. As promised, we're going to go back and use the strap, kind of play around on this right leg. So gently kind of pull in for that hamstring stretch that we already did. Just getting down it a different way. And I'm going to take it out to the side. Oh, you can kind of let that leg fall open to gravity and then pull it in closer. I'm just going to play around too. I'm getting a really deep stretch through the whole like hamstring, groin area. All right, gently bring that back in and bring your knees up, rock and roll a couple times, come up to seated. And I am going to leave you guys right there. So thanks for joining me. Have an amazing day. And as always, I would love any questions, feedback, anything especially you're working on, anything you need help with, anything I can do to make these workouts more helpful, more better for you. Right. Have an amazing day. Bye.